Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Well, Streamlab. I can't even get it right. Seems like it's a little laggy, so I hope we're okay here. I hope we are okay. It's saying something is uploading, so I don't know what that's about. But anyway, hi everybody. Welcome back to Alisa's Adventures in Cruising. I am Alisa, and we are back for another Look Who's Cruising Now. I have already said hello to my guests that are backstage, so I cannot wait to bring them up because I'm super excited that they said yes, they would come on and chit chat with me today. So I very much appreciate that. Oh, I see the YouTube saying we're live. So I think we really are. I think we really are. I see that there are a couple of messages in the chat, and thank everybody for coming in. If you have not already met my special guests, I have pinned their channel link to the top of the chat, so you guys can go in and click on that and subscribe to them if you have not already. I'm pretty sure you have. I'm pretty sure you already know all about them because they're a pretty big deal on YouTube. But without further ado, here they are. It is my cruising buddies, cooking with the Catrons, Stacy and Donovan.
Hi.
Hey guys. How are you? How are you?
Doing well. Good. Glad to be here.
Good.
For having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for saying yes. I will come.
For sure.
I appreciate that so much. You know, we've cruised together a couple of times now.
Yes, we have.
But I feel like this interview was like a year in the making. Last year when we met, it was just such a whirlwind. It was a great cruise. We had a chance to say hi, and I don't even know. Don't you feel like it just went so fast? It was
for sure. It feels like it was years ago, but it was just last year.
I know. If on the one hand it feels like it was so long ago, then it was like, oh wow, that came and went already.
Yeah.
So and then this year was just as much of a whirlwind, probably even bigger because we had farther to travel to get together. But it was a good time. But before we get too much into that, I know that there are people in the chat, so let's say hello because I'm sure they came to see you guys. So let's say hi. Yeah. I saw Meet and I were here earlier, so I'm not sure if they're just listening right now, but if they are, hey Meet and I, hey Meet and Anwar.
Hey.
I see Controversial Cruising is here. Woohoo! Thank you, Scott, for coming in. The Bud Files are here. Hey, Bud Files, how are you doing?
What's up, man?
Thank you. And the Bespoke Inn is logging in from work for Scott. Okay, Scott, don't get in trouble now. we appreciate you hanging out with us, but do your job. Do your job. Hey, Jen Cohen, thanks so much for coming in. Happy Sunday to you too. And Shades Adventure is here. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. We appreciate you. So anyway, it hasn't been that long since we've seen each other since we came back from the cruise. But for those who may have not met you yet or been over to your channel, tell us about Cooking with the Catrons.
So it's a complicated question. I'm
not trying to have controversy, y'all.
But we just have changed a lot with our channel. So we were initially doing like cooking, and hence Cooking with the Catrons,
right?
But within the last maybe 6 months or so, we've kind of moved more towards like a family channel, family entertainment, comedy, really just showing our lives and our dynamic as a family. Mm-hmm. And so now I would consider us more of like a family channel, I guess. And we do a lot of shorts. We're still playing with our long form content, kind of what avenue we want to go down with that. So that's fairly new. So we kind of do a variety of things on
Mm-hmm.
our long form right now. But for our short form, we do a lot of skits, a lot of comedy, and we just have fun and show, what we do on a daily basis. And
Right.
we have a great sense of humor. So if you like to laugh, then it's a good,
Stop by
yeah,
for
it's a
sure.
good channel to follow.
Yes, yes. Now, are you? I heard Anwar say something about that on the. I guess that was just last night or yesterday, right? He mentioned something on their live about that, and I was like, "Is he joking? Is he serious? Are they? What?" I wasn't sure. So that hey, what does Etta always say? To evolve is to live. So you
Absolutely.
as time goes on, things change, but that's okay. That's all right. Are you anticipating a change of the channel name, or you think you're gonna stick with that because that's what you're known?
Yeah, we will definitely be changing our name. We haven't picked a name like for sure yet.
Yeah.
Right,
Um,
right.
but we have a few ideas floating around, so we will see. If you are one of our members, we are giving you a chance to vote on what you want
Mm.
our name to be. So if you are one of our members, go to the community tab, and we have a poll up right now to pick what you want our name to be. So go check that out.
That's
And
exciting.
It
yeah, soon
is.
enough in the coming weeks, we'll be announcing our new channel name.
Okay, okay. Well, we will be standing by. We'll be standing by to see what that will be. I see a couple more folks have come in. Marjorie came in and saying hello. Hey, Marjorie. And I think I see Keisha H too. Hey, Keisha. Present, she says.
Hey,
Just see Keisha.
Thanks for coming in. Well, speaking of that change within your channel, little Grayson is adorable, so that helps. I'm sure in having this extra little cute face on there, doing the
sure.
skits with you and saying the funny things. I know I've been enjoying the shorts. Are they fun to make?
Absolutely. He loves making shorts. He loves
Loves
making videos in
loves
general.
recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has a good time with it, and it just really shows his personality. And he's a lot of fun to work with. Really silly.
Very, very silly.
Yes.
I wonder, it's like, or he has a serious little face, or he busts out a smile. It's like, does he really know? Because he's so little. How old is he? 5, 6?
Six
How,
6.
now.
he's
Yeah.
6. So does he really understand why parents are saying this? The
Right.
joke is him saying it with a straight face, and we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he'll watch back the shorts. Like, we'll show him like after the editing, like what it looks like, and
Yeah.
he'll laugh, and he thinks it's funny too. So I think he gets it enough.
Right. Right. Well, that's fun. That's fun. So what I guess I was gonna ask what other things are you planning to do, include him in on? I don't know if he was involved with cooking. Did you have him cooking in the kitchen too? Or
So he did a little bit of cooking, not nearly as much as us, but he
right,
had
of
his
course.
and even with that, like he wanted to get in on action and do more cooking. So I think for him, the crazy thing is, I mean, he's only 6, but he also has ideas of videos that he wants to execute on. Very much like all of us, we not only create content for the platform, but we also consume that content. And I
Yeah.
think out of our household, my man's consumes the most YouTube content. So his
Very
ideas
strange, right?
yeah, a lot from other creators, huge creators, and for him, like it seems like something that he could do, and it makes him, it excites him. So, lots and lots of ideas from Mr. Grayson.
Yeah, I mean, times have changed. The things that kids grow up with now, we definitely didn't have, but it's a creative outlet. But yeah, you're doing it together, the family thing. So it's all good. It's good memories if nothing else. How long have you had the channel? When did you guys start?
2020?
Either 20 or 21.
21.
I think
Yeah,
it was 21.
21. I want to say October, so I think we're coming up on 3 years.
Okay.
We've had mm-hmm.
That time went fast, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. And several iterations of our channel as well.
Oh,
Right.
really? So were you doing something before the cooking? Before that?
Yeah, so before cooking with the Catrons, we were keeping up with the Catrons. I think initially, even before that, it started out as Stacy's channel. And it was just your name for a bit. Before I think it went from her name to Keeping Up with the Catrons, and that was initially more mommy and me, family oriented things. And then Grayson, yeah, and then Grayson and I kind of hopped in, and we were doing a bit of cooking, we were doing a bit of travel, and it was more like all three of us for a bit, and then we went down the cooking path before what comes next for our channel.
Cool. Well, yeah, again, I'm going to keep quoting Etta, to evolve is to live. as your stages of life change, you have different interests and a new additions. So, he's in on it too.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Don't be afraid to change, like, to the creators that are out there listening. Like,
yeah,
be afraid to change up and switch up. We are human, and humans change what they like
yep.
and what works for them, and the time it takes. Some things are a little more of a time commitment, so maybe you want to change stuff up. So it's okay to change. We are a product of that, and you can still do well.
Yeah. So. Oh, I see. Me and I are in there in the chat saying you got to pivot. Yeah, you have to be able to change things up or be willing to try something new.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I think that was what we get so much out of the YouTube forums. For those who don't know, when we have gone on these cruises with me and I, we've done 2 now. They always include a YouTube forum, somebody who has great experience and knowledge about social media in general, and they host this meeting, and we all are able to share. Some of us more than others, like at the Catrons here, but they are always so generous in sharing what they know and what they have learned. And I remember last year specifically, you guys talking about the shorts and what you were trying with shorts, and not to be afraid of them or to give up on them. So is that still what you guys are saying? Like, you feel like shorts make a big difference or have made a big difference?
Well, yeah, no, I think with YouTube and any type of new portion or addition to the platform, you should definitely explore it and dig in. And shorts was one of those for us. We kind of dabbled and dabbled early on in our YouTube journey. And just like everybody else, we really didn't see very much. But, some things started to emerge for us as a smaller channel. We make a short and get, say, 1,800 views, and then you get 5, 6, 7 subscribers. And,
Right.
it's like you start to think, well, dang, if I can get 7 subscribers off of a short and I only have X thousand, subscribers total, then if I just start to replicate that over and over and over again, then it could not only compound, but, it adds up. So that was kind of our approach. And it ended up flourishing into something really, really beautiful for us. And I think that shorts are a great addition to the platform and a really, really unique and easy in some aspects way to grow versus just long form. So great addition to any YouTube mix. Definitely do shorts.
I see. Sorry, your favorite couple came in, and Meet and I are telling them they're late. So we're saying hi, welcome in. It's okay. It's okay.
Welcome in, fam.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Well, I know you guys have been, in addition to the cruise, you have been traveling a lot, right? Or I don't know if it's a lot. Maybe that's your norm. But I definitely enjoyed the series of you all in Paris. So tell us about Paris. How was that trip?
yeah, Paris was it was a good time. I've been wanting to go to Paris since before the pandemic because I was gonna go for
Mm,
my 30th birthday.
right.
And then the pandemic happened right before my 30th birthday. So
Oh,
everything was
so
shut down.
rude. That was just rude.
Yeah, wound up not being able to go.
Yeah.
So to finally be able to go, it was like, finally. And it was everything that I thought it would be. And it was absolutely incredible. Trying all the different food that they have there. You know, that's our forte. So we enjoyed eating our way through Paris and just enjoying the culture and
The sights,
yeah, it's a
man.
beautiful city, absolutely
Hmm.
beautiful. Um, it was a good time. I don't.
Yeah, Paris was amazing, and the train system, the transportation system that connects you from one city to another, one country to another, was also amazing. So had a really, really, really good time in Paris. And the time of year that we went, a
Hmm.
little bit cool. We had just missed the rain. We got a little bit of rain. But for those of you that don't know, Paris gets really, really hot. So it was refreshing not going in the summer. So I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it looked beautiful. I was able to go there once. I went in high school as one of those, you know how they do those trips like over the Easter. Well, they used to be over the Easter break. It was like 10 countries in 10 days, something ridiculous like that. But
Wow.
we went, I went, and I don't remember a whole lot about it because I was young and things you're interested in at that time. So I definitely would like to go back as an adult and see what really appreciate now. So like I enjoyed when you guys were at the Louvre, and I remember seeing the Mona Lisa, but like now I notice it's a big old queue line, like was looked like it was all wrapped around.
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I was there it was,
that was
yeah,
crazy.
that was a trip.
Yeah, like the Louvre is absolutely huge. Like if you don't know,
Yeah.
it's 3 or 4
For
stories,
sure.
and it's like a huge mansion. Basically, it used to be a mansion. And so it's so big, but everybody is just there trying to see the Mona Lisa. So everybody's like crunched into this one little room out of this whole big mansion and trying to see this one little painting, just like literally
This
And
as big
trying to
thing.
see if the
it's
eyes
not even as
follow
big
you.
as the painting behind us, like, and so it's hilarious, but it's cool to see though. I guess
Yeah.
it's a mark off the bucket list. I guess.
You did it, but so you walked around, of course, and saw all the beautiful artwork there. But you guys did an interesting thing in that you were tasting or letting us know what the food options were there. I was surprised to see the Starbucks, I have to say.
Front and center.
Right,
What's that? It was front and center.
Yeah.
yeah, Starbucks and McDonald's. That's like the 2 main places that everybody was at that you
Absolutely.
can get.
So were you trying to stay away from that kind of stuff, or were you like, ooh, it was a little taste of home? You were kind of, like comfort to see it.
Um, I guess both. We didn't even really even try McDonald's.
Correct. Yeah.
But we did get something from Starbucks. But it is very different though from the States. Like the Starbucks was very, everything's
French.
super sugary and salty in the States.
Yeah.
And Starbucks was not that. So it is different for sure.
Yeah.
So if you want to try it, it's something to try, I
Yeah.
think. But it was cool to see that, there's the same places in every country. So
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was interesting. It was like, I wonder, if you get excited because maybe you're just like, oh yeah, I needed some coffee, I needed some Starbucks, and then it's like, okay, this is not how we do
yeah, right.
it.
Will be surprised.
Yeah. No, that was exactly what happened when we tried or whatever it
Yeah, I
was.
got a matcha latte and it was not what it was in the
It was
States.
not what you were
I
expecting.
was like pouring sugar. I was like, what is this? So yeah, just be aware. It's not exactly.
So what did you enjoy out of there? I think I saw Rod come in too. So hey Rod, thanks for coming. Saying hi. everybody. What did you enjoy? Well, what did you have a favorite little eatery there in the museum? Or
So as
was
far as food, I had fish and chips,
Yes, you did.
and that was pretty good. Um, and then what I actually really liked, and that I was very excited to try in Paris, was the macarons. So
mm,
that I just kept trying to get everywhere I went, and they were so good,
Yeah.
so good.
The macarons are really, really good. And for me, the escargot. So the
ah,
snails were delicious. Delicious.
so good. I
And the
know
bread.
people
The bread
on the
as well.
bread.
Yeah,
Yes.
you
Like
can't go wrong with the bread.
the croissants. Like,
Oh my god,
So
yes.
so
fresh,
great.
buttery and
Yes.
flaky and
Flaky. Yes. The layers.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
the
everything
layers.
else.
Now, do you guys like to bake? I know you cook, but do you like to bake too as well?
So I like to bake. Typically in the winter though. In the summer it's too hot for me to
Yeah,
play around in the oven.
right.
But typically in the winter, I bake and I like different stuff, fruit filled. But I try and do it when I'm not busy, and that's
Yeah.
never. So
That's
everybody is
Yeah,
very
what's
always like,
that? The extra time that nobody ever seems to find, right? And you took a
yeah.
class on how to make the macarons? You
Yeah,
took a
we
class?
did. We took a macaron class, and it was really cool. And actually, our macarons were really good. The
they
ones we
were
made in the class,
for sure.
like they were like wait like 3 days, let it sit in the refrigerator before you eat it.
Oh,
And we did that, and once we tried it, like
Delicious,
yeah, it was
delicious.
really good.
Yeah.
okay. Well, we know who to hit up now for.
I don't even know if I remember how to do it,
We'll
but they
be
gave us a little
expecting some
recipe.
care
So
packages.
they're right.
That's funny. Were there other cooking classes that you did? Was that your main mission to kind of try, the
Yeah,
culinary
we
thing?
also did a what was it? Like a bread baking class.
We did.
Oh
So
wow.
we made baguettes and croissants, and what else
uh
we made?
Little pastries, the little
Yeah,
coffee
they were
thing. I
called
can't remember what it was.
dang,
Some finance.
yeah, finance. Yeah, that's I
Yes.
think the name of it.
Oh
It's
Yeah.
just an odd name, but
yes.
Yeah.
so yeah, different like little dessert treats and things like that. And that was really cool. Our instructor was really, really cool in
Yes.
the bread baking class. And it was only four of us. It was
Oh
just us
wow.
That's
and
So
true.
really hands on.
right,
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So you could ask him anything, and he was giving us different recommendations for places to eat and stuff like that. So it was really cool for sure.
No, I know you had to keep your this is always, but you had to keep your city smarts about you, right? Because you
Oh,
almost had an incident. What happened to you, or almost happened to you in Paris?
so like pickpocketers there are a really, really big thing, especially on the metro, which is their train system. And so there was an incident where like a guy who was clearly French, was, acting as if he was a tourist, looking up a lot at the directions from the train, as well as taking pictures with the directions, just being really, really odd. Then once we got off on our stop, like he followed us off of our stop, and it was
Oh, man.
interesting from there. We were going downstairs that we were supposed to go up, and all types of stuff to try and get away from him.
Right.
Everything turned out okay, but you have to watch the video for the full story.
Yes.
Guys, you gotta watch the video. But they're okay.
Yes, yes.
So,
But definitely something to look out for when in Paris, because we knew about it, but then like when you're living it, it's
Be in
like
there,
completely different,
yeah.
and you're like making decisions based on your the actions of others in your current environment. It's our first time on an exit, not knowing where to go, so it was had our adrenaline going, hearts beating fast, that type thing.
Right,
But just keep your head on the swivel for sure.
right. And that's, you're always trying to figure out like what's the best thing to take with you when you're traveling, obviously you knew about the pickpocket, so you probably weren't trying to carry a backpack or something like that. So how are you carrying your things, or did you have how they have those lanyards, little pouches around your neck under your clothes?
I had on like a satchel type bag across my chest, and then I had, luckily it was kind of cold, so we had jackets too, so I would have the jacket kind of covering my bag as well. So yeah, it would have been a lot for him to get whatever it was to get.
Plus you would have given him
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he would have been going.
We're not going down without a fight. The other thing I would say, like, what's different is it seems to just be the culture. Everyone who got on the metro, you could tell that they would clutch really tightly anything that they brought with them.
Yeah, everyone's like strapped up.
Yeah, if somebody did have a bag, like they were holding it as they spoke. And you were touching the items that were most important to you,
right?
Like as you were riding, if you had to stand up. So it's but everybody was doing it, which was different. It wasn't just a tourist thing. So which leads me to believe that nobody's really off limits. So
and they would make announcements over the intercom.
Oh wow.
And watch out for pickpocketers and all of that too. So yeah, it's definitely like a culture thing.
Yeah. Well, just you saying that made me think. I didn't ask. Do you speak French?
So I took French in high school for I think 3 out of the 4 years, but it had been a minute. I started back learning before the trip. Of course, life started lifing. So I had to. I didn't quite get to where I wanted to. But between the two of us, we knew enough sentences and enough words to get wherever we needed to go. And then we just relied on apps and Google for anything that was different or difficult for us.
And for the main like tourist areas, did you find that there were English speakers too, so that you could figure it out if you
I mean, as long as you say bonjour, pretty much from there you can speak English and they won't be offended.
Yeah. And that was the thing though. It's like they like for you to try a little bit before you switch over, or even don't start out speaking English. Like ask them, hey, do you speak English? Tu parles anglais? And then from there they will tell you yes or no. And then now you both understood the playing field. Like, hey, I do not speak English. Hey, I don't speak that much French. So you knew, and it made it better. Then they would be okay with you pointing. Hey, I want this guy.
Right. The Catrons speak French fluently, Rod says.
Not yet, Rod.
So would you go back? Did you go back to Paris or anywhere else in Europe? Is that a bucket list item for you?
Yeah, I would for sure go back. And actually, because when we were there, it was right before the Olympics. So a lot of stuff was under construction or like closed or just not the same experience you would probably get on a normal day. So I definitely would go back and re-see some of the stuff that we saw without all of the construction around it.
Yeah.
It's probably even better after the Olympics. So yeah, I would definitely go back there. And then we were thinking about going to London while we were there. So I would definitely try some other places in Europe as well. And then maybe just make a pit stop in Paris or something like that.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the train their train system is much different. So it was easier to, I don't know if you guys had what do they call it, like a Eurail pass or something to go multiple places or just around France.
Yeah, nice. That's a lot easier to get places.
Very nice. All right. Well, I know you guys have the travel bug because you just went to Paris, and I know you've been on at least 2 cruises because I saw you there. What else is on your travel list?
Of places we want to go?
Sure. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. But I know
That's good.
we want to go to Greece.
Mhm.
So that's one of the things on our bucket list.
Nice.
I think we've been recently talking about Belize as well.
Mhm.
Nice.
Um, so just depending on the season and the climate for illness, definitely like a trip to somewhere in Asia
Mhm.
is for sure on the bucket list. So
And Africa as well.
yes.
Yeah.
My aunt is a professor in Ohio, and she goes to Africa every year. So
Oh,
I've been
wow.
trying to hop on with her, and like she takes her students to Africa.
Oh,
So
wow.
where I'm trying to squeeze in or fit in her schedule at some point to
One,
get to Africa.
yeah,
Now,
one of these times it's all going to line up.
yeah, so that's definitely on the list as well. But yeah, I mean, we want to see the whole world, like,
agreed.
Yeah.
as much as
Yeah.
possible.
And how much has Grayson traveled with you guys? I mean, I don't think he went to Paris, right? But as he
Yeah,
gets a little older, I'm assuming you would take him too.
we just got his passport, so
Nice.
we will be going on more international trips. But he's been to many places in the U.S.
Yeah.
Usually, anytime we can take him, we usually do.
Yeah.
When he was a baby, he was what, maybe 6 months.
Yeah, places to go.
we had took him to Dallas, Houston, all over
No, you
Texas.
need some things to do. They have an agenda.
So,
And I think like a lot of that actual content, like we were creating some content after that period, when we were keeping up with the Catrons. So trips to Biloxi, Mississippi, and just different things. So he's traveled quite a bit around the states.
yeah, and he loves to travel too.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
we going on a
Nice.
trip this weekend? No.
Grayson's giving hints. He's packing his own little bag. Oh, can we go? Can we just go?
Where we going? So yeah, he loves it.
That's funny. I know you. So I know you guys have cruised before. Like I said, where else have you cruised, or what cruise lines do you prefer?
So I've only been on Royal Caribbean and Carnival. I think that's the only two cruises we've been on.
Same for me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I've liked Carnival better than Royal. I do think Royal is good for like families or like couples, because we went on Royal for our honeymoon, so
Oh,
I think
nice.
it's good for that.
Yeah.
A little more quiet and like a getaway type feel. Then I think Royal is great. But if you want to, party and have a good time, then Carnival
Carnival's
definitely
fun. Yeah, it's fun.
and,
It's fun.
yeah, we enjoy that.
Yeah.
Have you done it enough to have a favorite kind of cabin? What do you like?
We've only done balconies, I think.
Oh, see, they've
Oh
only
no,
done
I did do one interior, but it was for a bachelorette party, and no. I can't do it. It was like 4 girls in the one interior
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
No,
You're like that is you've been there, done that.
Right. It was fun experience, but yeah, I'm
Right.
going to not be able to do that again. So yeah, I'll stick with balconies if I can get a suite or a presidential suite.
Yeah.
That'd be great, but yeah, I need air and
I enjoy like the time on the balcony, like the outside time when you're not freezing.
Right.
But even when it is cold out there, like I bundled up this last time, I had like 2 of the pool towels, and those were my blankets, and I was out there on the balcony. So I just like seeing Mother Nature and the ocean there.
I know, so relaxing.
And we went out a lot more on our balcony this past me and I cruise than we did the first time. So yeah, it's our new favorite spot on the ship.
Yeah, I do like sitting out. I don't always get a balcony. my favorite is a ocean view. Like I like the porthole. It's enough to see it, but I do like to just sit on the deck and watch the ocean or watch the sunrise or sunset. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just peaceful. It's really peaceful. So
It is.
glad you got to enjoy and take advantage of your balcony.
Absolutely.
I think on the first cruise, I remember sitting with Stacy and trying to play some trivia. I think we were doing pretty good, weren't we, Stacy? We were doing pretty good until somebody like.
Then this other lady came out of nowhere and she was like,
true.
"Oh yeah, I got all of them right." And I was like, somebody must have done it for you or something because you did not get all those right. But hey,
yeah, that's the problem with the honor system when somebody is like, I won.
That lack of honor.
Yeah, that lack of honor will get us. I think I had to leave to go and get the tender to Half Moon Cay.
That's true.
So I didn't see how it. Yeah, so that was a little that was a busy day, beautiful and fun day, but it was a little bit busy. But I guess I was going to ask if you guys like to do games in general. Have you? I know you've done like challenges on your channel. Have you done a lot of games and trivia and that kind of thing?
We used to do trivia when we were doing the cooking lives. We would do trivia.
That's true.
Lots
of
cooking.
lots of
trivia.
We
did quite a few trivia games. Just last night we tried actual gaming live. So you guys go check that out. It was a little rough because it was our first time doing it.
Our first time, guys.
But yeah, we're trying it and we'll see because Grayson loves games, so that will be him.
What do you play? What kind of games?
So it's a Nintendo Switch, and Grayson is a lover of all things Mario. So if it's a Mario game, then we have either played it, watched hundreds of YouTube videos on it. It's on some list, Christmas list or something, or he has it, and we have to figure it out with them and learn and play some of the unfun games as well, where we have to be Cappy. And for those of you that don't know, Mario's his hat is called Cappy, and so when we play, we have to be a hat while he gets to be the action.
He gets to be Mario,
and we just spend the whole time.
There's no question in his mind that he is Mario. I know what you're all trying to pull here.
Right. He thinks he is Mario.
I'm just looking back through the chat. I guess we're making Marjorie hungry. Sorry, Marjorie. She wants to see some cooking or wants to see us cooking. The Catrons speak French fluently. Put Australia on the list. It's dope.
Australia for sure.
Yes. That is
Definitely.
top on my list. Top on my list. Ross says you should have joined the Navy with me, Donovan. You would have saw all the nature you could imagine.
Thank you for your service, sir. It's not for me.
We appreciate you, Rod. We appreciate
there's no combat. Sure.
Oh man.
So we fast forward to this July, and we went on the second Meet and I group cruise. How was that for you guys traveling all the way out to the West Coast? Had you been out there before?
Yeah, we've been to LA a few times.
Yeah. And we were in San Francisco, I think either this year or last fall.
Yeah, I think last fall. Yeah, we were in San Francisco. And we've been to was it San Diego?
Ooh.
With the zoo?
I can't remember. We just talking about Berkeley?
I think it's San Diego.
I think it's in the Bay somewhere.
Yeah, in the Bay. So yeah, we've been out there a few times. And we always enjoy Cali. Like it's always a good vibe. Like the weather's always like perfect. But the traveling, right? Well, remember before we left, all of Atlanta's airport was down.
Yes.
Right.
So we were so worried that we were not going to be able to catch a flight.
Man.
But luckily, like I think like a day before, like they had got everything straight, and so we were able to hop on our plane. But it was delayed, probably like 4 hours or something like that.
I would say at least 3-4 hours.
Yeah. So that was a setback. We were crossing fingers
Yeah.
on top. But
Yeah, I remember now.
but once we got on there, we were good. And so that kind of pushed us back a little bit. We got there a lot later than we wanted to.
Right. Did you fly to LA or to Long Beach?
It was to LA, and then we caught an Uber to Long Beach.
Oh, okay.
But so Long Beach, I really, really liked the atmosphere, nice. And like everybody was really nice, like just nicer really than normal.
Yeah, almost, it was giving me Southern vibes.
It was almost like being in the South. Yeah.
They were really nice. I agree with that. They were very chill, but they also wanted you to like. They wanted you to like it. They wanted you to feel welcome. I feel like.
Super welcoming crowd.
Yeah. But yeah, our flight there wasn't bad. The traveling wasn't too bad. Our Uber driver was like driving super slow for some reason.
Man,
it was really weird.
Like just I don't know. They were in the fast lane going slow, and they were whatever lane had the most traffic. That's where the Uber driver took us to, and then we probably have went into the HOV lane. So I'm just confused.
Like, what is going on here?
Car too, like
yes,
so I was like,
yes.
Please, can we?
Please drop us off. Please,
please drop us off.
Step on it, sir. But yeah, it was nice.
And your mom came with you this time, right? Donovan, your mom came.
Yes. My mom was there every step of the way. So she waited 4 hours with us on our layovers. Also got in and went on the cruise as well. And so this was mom's second cruise. So the Meet and I cruise number 1 was her first, and this was her second one. And she has fully been converted. It was crazy because mom didn't know if she would like cruising or if she would be seasick and all of that type stuff. And since she went on that first cruise and just finally took that leap of faith, she has absolutely loved it, and she does for sure have the cruise bug now.
Yay!
Y'all have converted.
Mama Dorothy is a real one. Yes, she was. I enjoyed her company as well. I know one day, or when we were in Ensenada, we took a tour together and we had a good time. She's an adventurer, if you didn't know, Donovan. But she was like, at one point I wanted to go to a convenience store because I wanted to bring back some snacks, and I thought I was going to find all these and I did find some cool things only from Mexico. But she was like, well, I'm going with you. You're not going by yourself. I'm like, okay, come on.
Hey, strength in numbers.
That's right. So we stuck together and we had a good time and had some tacos. The tacos were amazing. I don't know if you guys had that too on your tour, but they were really good. So did you guys do that day that was Ensenada? Did you guys do the ATV?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the highlight of the trip, I think.
That was so cool, man. Such a cool experience.
Yeah, so the ATVs, it took us all through the city of Ensenada, up into the hills of Ensenada. We stopped, took pictures, had tequilas and beer and all kinds of stuff, and then came back down through the city. So we also stopped and ate some authentic Mexican food, which was delicious.
Yes.
Everything was amazing. We stopped to the tequila, not factory, but
distillery.
Yeah, I guess it was like a distillery, and they had they did a quick little tour of how tequila's made and that type of thing, and take some tequila shots and try different types of tequila. Right. We bought some. I wish I would have bought a way bigger one because it was so good.
Really?
Flavored tequila, and it tastes amazing. Like,
Great, delicious. I agree.
yeah. So I wish we
You
would
know,
have.
I didn't ask me and Anwar if they brought some home. I assumed they brought something back, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if they did or not,
I'm
but
not sure.
but it was really good. And then finally they took us back to the starting point, but it was a great
And we're saying facts. We got that small joint too. He got the
yeah.
small.
That's why I got the small ones.
The
I'm
little
like,
baby
oh
ones.
man. I was like, what?
Delicious, man.
So,
Yeah, I agree. Ensenada was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot. I know. I don't know. I'm gonna ask you. How did you like Cabo?
Cabo is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Scenery
Yes.
is like no other you will
Yes.
probably see anywhere.
Yes.
So as far as the views was amazing. We did eat while we were there.
Yep.
The food was amazing. And the views while you eat was
Yes.
even more amazing.
They're really beautiful. It's really beautiful there. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah.
That Pacific Ocean though is no joke.
Yeah, the waters were not as kind.
A little rough.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen our live while we were in Cabo, we almost drowned, and it was Anwar almost drowned all of us. But
Oh,
so
no.
that was an experience. But other than that, and then like the panhandlers are just insane out there.
Yeah.
No, super aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive.
That kind of hinders the beach experience. If you're just going for a beach, I would say go to a private beach.
Yeah.
But the public beach was just smothered with people trying to make you buy stuff and ask you to buy stuff. So
right. Yeah,
but
that was a little intense. Rod is saying the Pacific is definitely no joke. Yeah,
Man.
it was a little rough. I I didn't know how I was going to do on the boat. We took past the arch, the arch. Yeah, it was beautiful, but the water was rough. So, little me who has I always worry about seasickness anyway. I was like, it'll get a little rough out here. What did you guys think of the ship itself, the Firenze? How did you like that? Because it was different than what did we go on last year? The Conquest. It definitely was a different style ship.
Yeah, I definitely liked it better than the Conquest. I don't think that's saying too much. But yeah, it was a nice ship. It was definitely Italian themed. We found us a little bar that was like our go-to spot. We knew Pitar, and he was really cool. And then everything was nice. We went to the piano bar. That was really a cool experience. We went to the comedy show.
Yes.
And that's a really nice venue. Where we also had the happy hour at as well.
Right.
So that was really nice. So everything was really nice. It was a decent sized ship, like not too big and not too small.
Right.
So there was a lot of room to roam around and see different things that you may not see every day. So overall, I really enjoyed the show.
I enjoyed it as well. Everything she said, and I like the fact that it was themed throughout, like everywhere. It was super fun. So really enjoyed that aspect too.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really well themed, and it was just so different from the other ships. I really liked the Firenze. I thought it was very pretty, and all those venues that you mentioned. It was nice. It was good, and of course, it was just fun because we were all together and hanging out with everybody. So that made it extra. Yes, it made the trip. What would you go on that style ship again then? I know they have the Carnival Venezia, which is the sister ship, but if they have a couple of others like that, was that of interest to you?
Yeah, I think I would definitely go on one like that before. I mean, again, yeah, for sure.
Any other cruises in your future? What do you guys got planned next?
So, I want to take some type of international cruise, maybe a Greece cruise, or well, Hawaii isn't international, but a Hawaii
Yeah,
cruise or something like that would be
back
cool.
across that Pacific.
Um, but but we do plan on for spring break this year going on a Disney cruise.
Oh,
So we're
nice.
really excited for that.
Nice.
That's our next
Does
plan.
Grayson know yet? Does he know about that yet?
Not yet.
I was gonna say, because I think his bags be packed now.
Right, exactly. We're going tomorrow. It's gonna be a while.
Scott is saying yes, Hawaii. Scott
Yeah.
is leaving for Hawaii tomorrow on like a
Everything
15,
excellent.
16, I don't forget how many days, 16-day cruise.
Oh,
I
wow.
think he's leaving out of San Francisco. You could correct me if I'm wrong there, Scott, but yeah, that's gonna be nice. You come back and tell us about it, Scott. We want to know. We want to know.
Right. Well, my
15 days, he said. 15 days.
My dad is military, and so right before I was born, they lived in Hawaii for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
And so they're like always have all these stories about Hawaii and how great it is and blah blah blah. And I'm like, thanks.
Hey, gotta take your word for it.
Okay. So I've always been trying to like get back to Hawaii, and they have too. So it'll definitely probably be a family trip if we go.
Yes. But, well, that would be nice. That would be nice. I'm sure. I mean, yeah, a cruise there and to be able to go to multiple islands sounds beautiful. Yeah, you got to. I know there's a lot on the list because there's a lot of mine too. There's a lot on the list, but you got to up that on.
You're right.
Get a little closer to the done column. Funny. So overall, you have a good time on your cruises. You're anxious to go again. I'm saying anxious. I'm putting words in your mouth. You're looking forward to going on another one. Going to check out Disney. I love Disney Cruise Line. I think you guys will enjoy it. I don't know if you'll miss the casino. Do you gamble? Did you hit the casino?
A little bit.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
You don't have to. I think there's a lot of things on the ship that you'll be impressed by, just the service and just how beautiful it all is for Disney. I know it's about Mickey Mouse. I know, but the ships are beautiful. They really are. And the service is really great. So I hope you have a great time. Did you enjoy? I forgot to ask, how did you enjoy the food on the Firenze? I think last year we were all kind of like, it's a little iffy on the Conquest, but what did you think this time around?
Yeah, it was definitely a step up from the Conquest last year. And there was a lot more options, I think, than we had last year. The buffet actually wasn't too bad.
Agreed.
I think we ate at the buffet the most. But we did have the Italian restaurant, which was, what's about the Viaggio?
Il Viaggio, something like that. Yes, I went there too. I should know how to say it, but Il Viaggio, that's it.
We did go there. And that was pretty good. And then we had the steakhouse on the first night. And that was, did we like that? One of them we didn't like.
The steakhouse wasn't all that for me.
Yeah, the steakhouse wasn't as good. Actually, the steakhouse was not as good as the Conquest.
Agreed.
So we actually liked the steakhouse at the Conquest better than the Firenze. But yeah, we tried a bunch of different things, and there are a bunch of different options. We heard the hibachi was actually really good, so we're mad we didn't do that one.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I wanted to do that too. Donovan did not like the food on the Conquest. Point blank, travel is saying.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I saw some Spice Addict being pulled out at my table too. So everybody was trying to doctor it up a little bit. But hey, keeping up with the Griffins. Thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate you.
Man,
Hey, Griffins.
So glad you got to try some specialty dining, and you'll, for the next time, what you want to try
now.
again. We know now. We know now. So is there going to be a next time? Are you guys going on the Meet and I Group Cruise 3? I feel like this is kind of a duh. But are you?
Well,
depends on.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it. We definitely want to, but I think the timing may not be the best for us. So I don't know. We still have to discuss and figure out what we're gonna do.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so. I hope we have 3 for 3. So I'll be looking for you.
Yeah, cruises are always a good time, though. So for sure, we highly recommend them.
Darn right.
Highly recommend them. Fun time, great hosts, and everybody really looks forward to seeing each other and catching up. So I don't know who gets the credit for the hashtag is different now, but I definitely think that was true. When you cruise with people, you bond with people.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's the best way to know if you can be good with someone is if you travel with them. So
yes. Agreed. Griffiths. You learn a lot. Love those Cabo shirts. Catrons.
Yeah, we got these in Cabo from. Actually, his mom was like shopping it down in Cabo.
Yes.
We're like, okay, well,
she was very sweet. We stopped on the tour in Ensenada, and she was like, "Oh no, I have to get this for them. We saw artists doing hand paintings, and she was determined. So I hope y'all like that.
It's in our kitchen right now. Yep. On
Good. Well, you guys, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed meeting you last year. I was happy to see you this year, and I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that you'll be back for the third one, because that's here in Orlando, or we're cruising out of Orlando. So
yeah. Orlando meet up.
Come on. It's closer. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for coming in and saying hi to the Catrons. Make sure that you go over and check out all of their videos, especially if you want to hear more about what happened in Paris. I thought I was caught up, but now I'm thinking I missed something. Gotta go back and see what else they got cooking up over there. But anyway, thank you guys again so much. Have a great week, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow for at 8:30 in the morning. We do the Conscious Cruiser podcast at 8:30, and then at 7 p.m. I have the Monday Mood Check. So would love it if you guys can come in for that, and we'll keep talking about cruises. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.